से वही जिंदगी।
Today, let's study replication of viruses. Viral replication is the formation of biological viruses during the infection process in the target host cells. Viruses must first get into the cell before viral replication can occur. Through the generation of abundant copies of its genome and packaging these copies, the virus continues infecting new hosts. Replication between viruses is greatly varied and depends on the type of genes involved in them. Most DNA viruses assemble in the nucleus, while most RNA viruses develop solely in cytoplasm. Now, let's study the replication of a bacteriophage. Replication of DNA virus, T. phages. T. phages are a specific class of bacteriophages with icosahedral heads, double-stranded DNA, and tails. The most commonly studied T. phages are T4 and T7, both of whom infect E. coli. Bacterial viruses exhibit two replication strategies. The lytic cycle. The first step is called attachment or adsorption, in which the virus contacts and becomes specifically bound to the cell. This step limits both the host range and the tissue tropism of viruses, as viral surface proteins bind to specific proteins on the surface of the cell. Different types of phage may recognize different parts of the outer surface of a bacterial cell. The next step is called penetration and results in the entry of the viral genome into the host cell. This has been studied in detail in phage with head-tail morphology, such as bacteriophage T4. Once contact is established, the tail sheath contracts, and the tail tube passes through an opening that appears in the base plate, piercing the bacterial outer membrane. An enzyme associated with the tail tube weakens the cell wall before the tail tube pushes through and into the cytoplasm of the cell where the viral genome is released. In the synthesis phase, the viral genome takes over the cell's replication and protein synthesis machinery in order to synthesize viral structural components. These are then assembled, assembly phase, to produce mature virus particles. In the release phase, mature virus particles are released, either through the action of virally encoded enzymes that lyse the host cell or by budding through the host cell wall. The time between adsorption and the formation of new viral particles is called an eclipse period because if a cell is lysed at this point, few if any active virions can be released.
समझ में नहीं आ रहा तू मेरी जिंदगी पे यार.
Okay, to understand easily, concentrate on this chart. When a host cell and bacteriophage comes in contact, then bacteriophage attaches itself to the surface of the cell and then it penetrates inside the cell and injects viral DNA. Then, viral DNA and protein is synthesized with the help of cellular machinery of the cell. Then, assembly of capsid, an enzyme to insert DNA to make a complete virus. Then, these viruses are released to infect new cells. Now, let's understand the lysogenic cycle of replication. The lysogenic cycle. The most common form of lysogeny occurs when a temperate bacterial virus infects a host cell, and rather than entering a lytic cycle, its genome is integrated into the genome of the host cell. This integration allows a virus to be replicated along with the host cell's DNA. The integrated phage genome is called a prophage, and the cell containing a prophage is called a lysogen. The best studied lysogenic phage is lambda, which infects E. coli. When phage lambda infects a cell, early gene expression events determine whether the virus will be lytic or lysogenic. Two regulatory proteins are produced from the viral genome soon after infection. These proteins compete for binding to sites on the phage's DNA. Depending on which protein wins, either the genes necessary for replication of the genome are expressed, starting the lytic cycle, or the enzymes necessary for integration of the viral genome are expressed, producing a lysogen. In a lysogen, expression of the prophage genome is repressed by one of the two viral regulatory proteins involved in the initial decision. Although the lysogen is quite stable, it can be induced to enter the lytic cycle. If the cell is stressed, the prophage can be depressed, expressing the enzymes necessary for excision of the genome, and the lytic cycle can commence. The switch from lysogeny to a lytic cycle is called induction because it requires turning on, inducing, the genes necessary for the lytic cycle.
समझ में आया क्या?
नहीं.
Okay, to understand easily, concentrate on this chart again. Two regulatory proteins are produced from the viral genome soon after infection. If the protein responsible for integration is expressed, then the lysogenic cycle begins. Then, integration of the genome leads to prophage. Then, the bacterial cell replicates itself with an integrated viral genome until these cells get stressed and enter the lytic cycle once again.